Hello, and thank you for your interest in furthering racial equity in corporate Canada. My name is Lorena Buck. I'm a senior advisor with Boston Consulting Group and part of the BCG team that has been working closely with BlackNorth to develop a playbook for you to use to really further our ability to end anti-Black systemic racism in corporate Canada. We'd like to spend this time with you just to be able to go through the playbook so that you can see what are the components that are in there and exactly how you can use this within your own organization. But first, we wanted to start with a bit of context setting for why it is that we talk about racial equity in the first place. I think we've had a lot of folks ask questions about, why is it that we can't, put in the same tools for everyone and get to the same result? Shouldn't we be fighting for justice and for really being able to make sure that we can have a society that that enables equal opportunities? And I think those are all absolutely great questions, and justice is absolutely the end goal that we want to get to. But we also have to recognize the reality that today we are in a society that does still have some systemic inequities, and that is what's being represented here by this crooked tree that do not allow everyone to access the same opportunities, with the same access. And so because of that, evenly distributed tools don't totally solve the problem today. If we want to solve the problem whilst we still have this system that is not perfect, we do have to figure out the ways in which we need to adjust for the inequity that exists. And over time, I think we do need to be making sure that we're also doing the work to ensure that we can break down those systemic barriers and create justice for all. Now, if we start to talk about what we've provided for you in this playbook, we've broken this down into 3 dimensions that we think are really critical for any company to be considering. The first is your people. So thinking about the things that you're doing to support your employees, the talent that you're bringing in, and ensuring that you have diverse, equitable, and inclusive team and culture practices in place. The second is about your business and how you think about your business practices, your products and services, and how they are also able to contribute to an equitable environment. And third is the communities that you live in and how you want to be participating and serving those communities as well. Now, we have further taken those 3 dimensions and divided them into 6 pillars, which is how we actually organize this playbook. And so we'll actually be walking through in separate videos each of these 6 pillars to help you see what steps you can be taking to be able to affect change. And so you'll see these pillars are from bottom to top on this page. The first one being to think about your talent pipeline on the people side, then thinking about retention and promotion, and then thinking about pay equity as those first 3 pillars that you'll see. Then in our second bucket around the business practices, here you'll see two pillars. The first one being around your supplier diversity, procurement and vendor network. And then the second one being around your company portfolio and brand. So thinking about the products and services and how you represent those. And then finally, we have one pillar that is focused on the community contributions. And within each of these 6 pillars, you will find a structure that looks like this. So we include inside the playbook for each pillar a section around stakeholders, who should be involved in this particular pillar. The levers, what are the specific types of levers that you need to be using to move the needle? We'll walk you through how to take a baseline of your organization to understand your starting point. And we'll give you a set of actions. We really consider it a menu of options of different actions that your organization can take that you can choose from based on the relevance to your organization and to the challenges that you face. We'll also offer you some advice on how to track and measure progress and some resources and tools that you can use to aid in that process, as well as a handful of case studies that help to make this more real and can inspire you to see, what other organizations have done. And with that, I hope that you check out the other videos and wish you the absolute best of luck as you move on this racial equity journey. For further information and support, please feel free to reach out to any of the team at BlackNorth as well as the Boston Consulting Group team that's been supporting this effort. Thank you very much.